Howdy everyone, Pete Daddy here. FUT Player Days is back and we've been given a brand new player to grind for with this La Liga league player, Marco Asensio, left wing card. So if you don't like Dembele, if you don't like Hazard, if you don't like Future Stars Cucurella, or Road to the Finals Darwin Machis, or Player of the Month Fati, or Oyarzabal, or Carrasco, or Griezmann, then you are in luck. EA has answered your prayers, and that is worthy of the Whopper button.
Tell the crew to push the Whopper button.
But I'm going to go over the best way, the fastest way. I'm going to show you a squad to use to dominate this challenge. But before we begin, if you're new here, please make sure to subscribe down below. I'd really appreciate it. So to complete Marco Asensio, we have 5 separate objectives to complete. And the first one is La Liga wins. This one is win 15 matches, and this is the main grind. So you have to win these matches. Everything else should pretty much fall in line, but you do have to win the matches. So that's also saying there you don't get any bonus for just playing. So if you're trailing by 2 goals, maybe that's the time to just leave. Let's just try to make these friendlies easier on everybody. It's just that's something that we could do to help out in the community. Now, I know people could be going for different things because this is a managerial masterpiece, so people could be going for the MLS challenges. They could be doing championship. There's lots of things they could be doing, but let's just try to help each other out, especially if you see someone else going up for the La Liga challenge. So win 15 matches is the main grind. Scoring prowess, score 30 goals using La Liga players. This one should come right in tune with this one. The only thing I like to point out on both this one, which is score 30, assist 20 with La Liga players, if you're someone that subs on Mbappe or subs on Maradona or subs on someone like that, remember those are not La Liga players. So if you scored 4 goals and all of them were with Mbappe, you didn't get anything towards this. The other thing I'll point out is that if you do come across a game where somebody sets down their controller, then you can just score a bunch of goals. You can message your opponent before the match, trade a bunch of goals if you want to knock that out a little bit faster, or if we happen to come across a lot of people playing golden goal. Sometimes that can happen. You can have, like, especially sometimes I play late at night and maybe 4 or 5 people in a row will play golden goal, and yeah, maybe I got the win, but I didn't really help towards my goal. So you do need a couple games where maybe you score 6, 7, 8 goals just to help get you towards these 2 objectives. The next 2, this one is always a little bit frustrating, but it kind of seems like recently this has been buffed some. Scoring outside of the box goal using La Liga players in 4 separate matches. My favorite way to score outside of the box goals is with a finesse shot, and the finesse shot is RB or R1. Hold that in while you're pressing the shoot button. And you kind of just want to be, it's kind of like a real football move like that one is, where you're kind of outside the box a couple yards. You put the finesse shot modifier, side-footed in, try to get it around the keeper a little high, and that seems to be pretty effective, especially if you end up with a player like Messi or something like that. Now, I'm not recommending Messi in the squad, but if you have Messi, he certainly is great at doing that. So you can sometimes find players with the finesse shot trait, and that maybe works a little bit better, but I've had success with people not even with the finesse shot trait, but that's the best way for me. I know some people just like to power it up and just take a shot from outside of the box. That has not been effective for me, but finesse shots outside of the box has been the best way. And notice that's in 4 separate matches, so you can't have a game where someone quits and score 4 goals. It's got to be in 4 separate matches. So just remember, as you're going through your wins, keep in the back of your mind, okay, I need to get an outside of the box goal. I need to get an outside of the box goal. Same thing with this one, score a finesse goal. So as I mentioned before, if you're doing this one with a finesse shot modifier, not only will it count as an outside of the box goal, but it will also count as a finesse goal. And again, finesse goal is holding RB or R1 while you're shooting. And for me personally, this isn't really a hard challenge. It's just I don't always press the finesse shot when I'm taking a shot, but this works even if you've got a wide open net. Say you've made a pass, you're 2v1 on the keeper, you make that sweaty pass across to get your guy just the open net. Just remember to hit RB or R1 while you're shooting, and even though you're shooting into a wide open net, that still counts as a finesse goal. So just keep that in mind. That's the easiest way to do it. For me, it's not hard. It's just, again, remembering, okay, yeah, I need to score a finesse goal. So if you complete these challenges, you will get 5 75-plus rated rare players packs and this 88 rated Marco Asensio. And I know I was joking about him before, but this is a solid card overall. It's not one that I'm saying is going to be game breaking or you're going to want to say, I've got to get this card in my starting lineup. He's a very solid card. I would recommend either Hunter or Engine on him, depending on where you want to play him. I'm saying if you're going to play him more as a winger, I would probably put Engine on him just because that's going to boost his dribbling up a little bit. He is 4-star, so I think it's a fairly solid card, but just we've been overloaded with so many left wing wings, left mids this year, not only from La Liga, but just across the game. So it's always frustrating when we just see another left wing, another left wing, another left wing, or, left mid, ones you can position modify to left wing. But let me show you the squad I would use to tackle this challenge in Managerial Masterpiece. And again, you have to have 11 La Liga players. So let me show you what I'm recommending. I think we got a really good squad. And one thing, if you haven't played Managerial Masterpiece since the new season kicked off, it has been boosted to where you can have a 79 rated squad. It was 77 for the whole year, but then 2 weeks ago, I believe it was, they bumped it up to where it's 79. So that affords us a lot more where we can take some heavier firepower out there. Now, what I'm recommending here is just basically for someone, if you picked up the game yesterday and you need to tackle this challenge, this is some of the best gold players that you can use to tackle this challenge. So I'm sure a lot of us, like for me personally, I've played all year. I'm going to have some La Liga cards, some special cards that I can put into this team and maybe make some other adjustments, but this is a great base to start with. And first and foremost, I really always recommend Iñaki Williams on any of these La Liga challenges. You can take a look there. 94 pace. Now, he does on his gold card have a couple shortcomings, which is just his 2-star skill, or 2-star weak foot, I should say. So you may not want to shoot on his left foot as much, but still, Iñaki is great at banging in goals. I love him for all of these challenges. João Felix is another nice one. Now, it's nice if you can boost his pace. And remember, keep in mind on these Managerial Masterpiece players, even if you don't want to waste a Hunter on João Felix, maybe put a Catalyst on him. Remember, pace is just so important. So Catalyst chem styles are really cheap, or even like finishers like on Iñaki Williams, we don't necessarily need to boost his pace, but if you wanted to, Hawks are really cheap. You could take Iñaki Williams' pace. I didn't mean to do that going into my co-op though, but you could put a Hawk on Iñaki Williams, make him 98 acceleration, 99 sprint speed. So you can do that, or you can boost his shooting. So you can use some of these cheaper chem styles. It's sometimes a good way to get them going. Then now we can have some other really solid players like Dembele, Valverde, Llorente. We're going to have a really dominant midfield between Valverde and Llorente now. Vinicius Jr., who has just amazing pace. Now, he is going to be playing off Kim over there, but he's 5-star skill moves, 95 pace, an amazing winger, makes some great runs. Dest is a great right back for Managerial Masterpiece. He's helping. When you can only take a 79 rated squad out there, you have to make certain sacrifices. And Dest and Mojica are those players that are they play far above a 75 rating. So I really recommend those. I really recommend Mojica and Dest as your left back and right back. For center backs, I'm recommending Diego Carlos, Militao, and then with the keeper of Neto. So this is going to give you a really strong back line. And what I always want to point out, you have to put your subs out here. So notice you can have 3 silvers in Managerial Masterpiece. So you want 3 65 rated silvers, and then you want 75 rated golds. And what I always try to give you guys is some leeway here. So I know a lot of you like to bring on Lone Mbappe, but we have room for a 90 rated player on our subs from this team. So just keep that in mind, that we've got some big firepower we can bring off the bench. So it can only be up to a 90, but say you have an 89 rated card or something like that, or say you've got Player of the Month João Felix, you can bring on Player of the Month João Felix and then make this sub just like a 75 rated card or something like that. So just keep that in mind, that's one thing that you can do to make this challenge a little bit easier. And also, I know a lot of you guys have Varane and Mendy, so I wanted to show you what you could do. If you want to play Varane and Mendy, then all you need to do, you put Varane and Mendy out there. Notice up there in the top left below La Liga Daddies, it's now rating 80. But as long as we take Mbappe off for a 75 rated gold, now we have Varane and Mendy in our team, and now we're back to a 79 rating. So if you want to play Varane and Mendy, then that's perfectly fine. But I wanted to show you guys a team without them. I also think I would rather spend some of my rating points on other places besides center back and left back, when Diego Carlos and Mojica will do the job for you. So I just wanted to point that out. Also, another card I wanted to point out, there's 2 of these right here. A lot of you may still have Road to the Finals Koundé. I use my Road to the Finals Koundé in an SBC, so I don't have him anymore, but I know a lot of you guys still have him. If you want to use him in this team, you will have to make a little bit of a sacrifice elsewhere. You could either lower your keeper, you could lower your sub Mbappe, but I've got this team pretty much maxed out, but I wanted to point that one out. Another card I wanted to point out that could be a lot of fun for this challenge, and that's sometimes what I like to do, is maybe try out a couple new cards. I don't want to spend a ton of coins, but this Kubo Road to the Finals card has 97 acceleration, is is a little low on sprint speed, but 95 agility, 92 balance. This card, last I looked, was going for about 20,000 coins, I want to say. Let me just look him up real quick. That's probably just going to give me his goals. But let me just look up this Kubo Road to the Finals real quick. Like I said, I looked earlier, and I'm pretty sure it was, let's see, where is he? Road to the Finals here. I'm on club. What am I doing? We're on club now, so give me a second here. Road to the Finals, Kubo, and you can see some 21,000 with no taker. So yeah, so probably around 20,000 coins. That would be a really fun card to try. You know, not having to spend a ton of coins to get something, but you know, that's just your personal preference, what you want to do. So I do definitely recommend that. And let's take a look real quick at the Asensio card so you guys can take a look at some of his stats. Let me get it on concept players here. Look at what we are playing for. So 88 rating. So worst case scenario, he's going to be great fodder for you, but he is a very playable player. He's another one, though, that's kind of lacking. You know, you kind of want to boost here, but then you're not boosting here. But if you boost here, you're not boosting here. So he's missing just a little bit, because if you put a hunter on him, then maybe his agility and balance isn't quite what you want. If you put an engine on him, then maybe his shooting isn't quite what you wanted. So it's kind of hard to get on that perfect Kim style, because he's lacking in just a couple different areas. So I would recommend an engine on him if you're going to play him on the wing, because that would still get him to 94 acceleration, 94 sprint speed, would make his passing top notch, make his dribbling top notch. But then it was shooting. For me personally, when I have my wingers, they're more for making runs, unlocking play, making nice passes inside to my actual finisher. So, you know, they don't have to bang in a ton of goals. So that shooting may be okay to leave alone. If you're going to play him centrally, then I would probably put a hunter on him. That would boost his acceleration, boost his shooting up, so then he'd be able to bang in more goals for you. So that's just kind of what I'd recommend. And again, like I mentioned, 4-star, high medium work rates. He doesn't have any of the specialized trades like outside foot shot or finesse trade or anything like that, but still a very solid card, but not one that I'd say you've got to complete. You've got to get him in your team today. You've got to just drop whatever you're doing and get them done. Just work towards them. And that's one other thing to point out. This is a card that won't expire until the end of the season, so we have plenty of time to grind towards them. So don't feel rushed to get them. Just work towards them a little bit at a time, a few games at a time, and that'll get them knocked out. But anyways, boys, this is going to wrap it up for now. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you are new here, make sure to subscribe down below. Check the description. Join my Discord server. Join my Twitter. Do all of that. But I will see you guys soon. Take care. Bye.